All right, we're here. We're live. It is time for more One Piece. Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another live reading of One Piece. The time sure is dwindling down. It really is dwindling down to when this series ends. I see the countdown even more apparently every time I look at another volume that I'm about to read. But today, we are going to be looking at volume 71 of the series, titled Coliseum of Scoundrels. Good to see you, Ogata. Good to see you, Kohagen. Let's begin the story of One Piece, volume 71. After 2 years of hard training, the Straw Hat Pirates are back together. First at the Sabaody Archipelago, and then through Fishman Island to their next stage, the New World. The crew happens upon Trafalgar Law, on the island of Punk Hazard, run by Caesar Clown. At his suggestion, they form a new pirate alliance that seeks to take down one of the 4 emperors. In order to draw Doflamingo's attention, they must first capture Caesar, who is producing the artificial devil fruit that Doflamingo sells to Kaido, a member of the 4 emperors. After a fierce battle, the Alliance kidnaps Caesar, then demands that Doflamingo leave the 7 warlords in return for the scientist. When Doflamingo complies, Law tells him he will hand over Caesar at a small island north of Dressrosa. But somehow, Doflamingo has Ace's devil fruit in his possession. And as Kohagen already said, we got 11 chapters to go through today. Like I said, we don't hit 12 chapters in a volume until volume 77. But that's still a couple of days away. And we got chapters 701 all the way down to 711. Chapter 701, Adventure in the Land of Love, Passion, and Toys. Caribou's New World, Volume 22. Now I'm curious, what's up with this island's weapon factory? As Caribou's using his swamp ability to basically sneak around and find out what's happening on this island that he's found himself on. The coast of Dressrosa. And we got the Straw Hat crew making landfall.
We made it! I told you not to yell like that, Luffy! We're in enemy territory now!
Oh, I'm feeling super this week. I'm in fine condition to find me some factories and blow 'em to smithereens.
And Frankie, everyone's walking, well, not everyone, but Frankie's walking around with a brand new shirt and a brand new pigtail-like hairstyle, while Law's walking around and he doesn't have that big old hot winter jacket on. Hey, I got an idea!
Fly, Momo! Get off of me, you heavy lout! I cannot fly and I will not venture onto the island! Father has forbade it!
What are you talking about? You totally flew!
He flew, I swear he did!
Without wings?
I told you already! I do not remember a thing about what happened! And even if I did fly...
Your name is...
I will never do such a terrifying thing again! I will not fly!
Because in Momonosuke's memories, someone is reaching out towards him asking what his name is.
Oh, so you're afraid of heights? How dare you speak such insolence! A warrior fears nothing! Ow!
As Momo is biting on the head of Luffy.
Knock it off, darn it!
And he punches Momo in the face.
So what if you're a warrior? I'm gonna be the king of the pirates one day! So there! Bah! In that case, I will one day rise to become the Shogun of Wano, you fool!
What was that, eel?
Bow before me, ape!
Remember, Luffy, he's only 8.
Cease, Momonosuke! You owe this man your life. Forgive his impudence, Luffy. Though but a child, he is still a warrior of Wano. He is taught to have pride. On the other hand, the way you bicker with a boy of only 8 years is unbecoming.
I just hate cowards.
What? Oh, Nami, the ape is picking on me.
There.
Get away from her!
As both Brooke and Kinemon are chastising Momonosuke, who's taking advantage of the fact that he gets to nuzzle up to Nami.
What's your problem?
Like father, like son, all you warriors are bursting with lechery. I object to this insult. Let's get going into town. How are those disguises coming along, Kinemon?
Ah, yes. The people of Dressrosa all wear clothes of this like. I will transform you accordingly, that we may pass unnoticed.
Wow, this Dressrosa place seems awesome! These are all lies!
As Kinemon is holding up a sheet of what people look like dressed in Dressrosa, the men wear men wear collared shirts and dress pants, while the women wear absolutely nothing. And because of
These are all lies!
both Nami knocks out both Kinemon and Sanji, fists still smoking, while Law hands her something. Hey, I'm leaving this with you. And it looks like
A Viver card?
it points to Zoe, the island we spoke of earlier. If anything happens to us, go there.
Hey, is there something we should know about?
Don't know. Here's a map my crew drew for me.
What an awful map.
We're right around here. The team that goes to deliver Caesar will travel through Dressrosa and cross the long bridge heading north to Greenbit.
Why don't we just all go there on the ship?
Apparently, you can't get there by water.
Oh, this sounds fun.
And then Caesar.
Just make it a safe trip. I hope that Conchado is safe and well. What do you mean? What do you mean? The enemy might be coming?
Because Caesar's delivery team is Usopp, Law, Robin, and, of course, Caesar. Then the Thousand Sunny Guard team is Momonosuke, Nami, Brook, and Chopper.
What do you mean? The enemy might be coming?
Huh? Standing guard on the ship isn't safe?
This is the enemy's headquarters, isn't it? But Sanji will be here with that, so... Hey, Sanji?
What happened to the others? They're the centerpiece of the plan.
Hey, who's going to guard us?
Because Zoro, Frankie, Sanji, and Luffy are already gone, along with the Kinemon. They're already gone! Those who visit this land may find their hearts enchanted by a number of things. For one, the fields of fragrant flowers, and the smells of the country's gourmet cooking. For another, the tireless gyrations. That smells good! As we see Sanji, Luffy, Zoro, Kinemon, and Frankie all taking in the sights. For another, the tireless gyrations of their ladies' passionate dances. Also good to see you, Ozzy. Yes, Dressrosa begins now! Of their ladies' passionate dances. That smells good, goes Sanji. In addition to that.
Hey, give that back, you!
And it's a dog running with a stuffed arm in its arm. Wait!
Wait, Mario! Give it back! Give me back my arm! Come on, be a good boy, or the cotton's gonna fall out!
As a little stuffed toy goes running past Luffy and everyone else, much to their utter shock. Goes another girl, as goes a doll as her dress gets kicked up by the dust.
Wait up! I'm getting a cramp in my stuffing!
Was that a doll?
Hello, I am a soldier. What's this? You look familiar. Have we met before? I could swear I've seen you. Oh, that's right. In today's paper.
Ow!
Says basically a puppet.
Oh, drat. I'm tangled in my strings. Help me.
Are they toys? There is one other source of delight to travelers in this land.
Don't just stand there. Get me sorted straight.
The stunning sight of living, breathing toys naturally coexisting with people throughout the city. And we see people just chilling with toys all over Dressrosa, including like baby toys in a stroller being pushed by a normal human woman, and a toy soldier beating on a drum while he's holding up his own head, and kids just like, there's toys everywhere. And everyone is shocked on the Factory Destruction and Samurai Rescue team, which is Luffy, Zoro, Frankie, Kinemon, and Sanji.
Ah! A man's been stabbed! Oh, not again.
Not again. Do you have a serial attacker on the loose or something?
No, the women of this country are so passionate in their romantic travels that if they are cheated on by their lovers, jealousy leads them to stab people.
Dang, that's scary.
In fact, the prettier they are, the more stabby they get.
This is the land of love, passion, and toys. Its port town is Akia. Is it Akakia? Is it Akakia? I want to say Akakia. Its port town is Akakia.
So they're moving toys. But I'm okay with that. First stop, food.
As everyone gets dressed up in like new outfits in order to hide. And Kinemon speaks as they're inside of a restaurant. I do not believe we ought to fritter away the time here.
Easy, pal. True. The clock is ticking, but we're better off gaining info than running around blindly.
Don't you find it odd, though, goes Sanji. The guy who was king of this island just abandoned his throne this very morning. I'd figured the place would be in outright chaos by now. Maybe they haven't heard yet.
No way, that's true.
Let me just ask. Hey, miss,
don't do that!
As Luffy is already putting their disguises and them being inconspicuous at risk. Because Luffy has like a hat on, a different shirt on, with like sunflower patterns on it, and a fake mustache and beard. Everyone does.
Don't do that! Your ugly mug was on the front page today.
Your long-awaited food is here. Or perhaps not. No, finally! That's tres shrimpaya. That is tres shrimpaya. An order of roast squid ink pasta, and finally a gazpacho with fairy pumpkin.
They all look so yummy! And it's just this fantastic looking spread.
Huh?
What's a fairy pumpkin?
Well, in this land, many still believe the legends of fairies. Or perhaps not. In essence, we have fairies. Or perhaps we don't.
There are fairies here?
Quite mysterious, isn't it? It's been that way for centuries. Enjoy, travelers, but be careful. Or perhaps not.
You're the only thing mysterious around here.
Because the one who's serving Sanji and everyone else is a toy monkey puppet.
Seems like that roulette table's the source of all that noise. Oh, missed again.
Looks like a couple of small-time thugs are bleeding a blind man dry. And Luffy's watching as this supposedly blind man is going,
"Come on, White. Come on."
We'll see about that.
What turned up? Tell me the result.
Too bad. It's 29 black.
Even though it landed on white. And then it goes again.
Let it be white this time.
15 black.
And it lands on white again. Even though, because this dude is clearly lying to the blind man.
I'll bet on black this time.
Aw, gee, now it's white.
What a shame. They're a disgrace to the Don Quixote name.
I guess today just ain't my lucky day.
And now we'll collect your wager. What's the call, horse? Gonna give it up for today? Man, we make such a killing when Buffalo isn't here.
No, one last roll. I'll put everything in the pot,
says this blind man.
That a boy! I like your style, old man. Tell you what, we'll raise you all of our cash, too. Winner takes all. We'll settle this like men.
Really? In that case, white.
You're on. We take black.
Come on, White. Come on. What's it gonna be? Which is it?
And it lands on white.
I hate to break it to you, pal, but we call black.
White.
And Luffy is right behind them eating food, and he says, white.
What? Who the heck are you?
It was white. He won fair and square.
Look closer, you idiot. It's on black, and this ain't none of your business.
And then some of the patrons are watching as Luffy is interfering.
Who is that? Does he know who he's messing with?
There he goes again,
goes Sanji.
Did I really win? Whoever you are, thank you for your kindness.
No problem. I just called it like I saw it. Congrats. By the way, you look pretty tough.
You gone and stuck your head where it don't belong, boy. If I say it turned up black, the call is black. And he can't see, so he don't know any better. Now get lost before you ruin anything else.
That's no good. Step out of the way, friend. I'm gonna have to send these men to hell.
As this blind man, his staff suddenly turns into a sword. He just draws it, and it's like a hidden blade. And then all of a sudden, the same dude that was trying to rip him off suddenly starts feeling his body get pressed into the ground more and more.
Huh? It's so heavy! I'm being crushed!
And the next thing we see is a gigantic hole just erupting in the middle of the restaurant, causing every single dude that was there ripping off this old man to fall deep inside instantly.
What? Who is that guy? What'd he just do?
Wow! Wow! What hole? You Home Alone fans will know that line, but Luffy just says, "Wow! What a hole!"
Not having sight is a blessing. The world of men is full of filthy things not worth laying eyes upon.
And that is the end of chapter 701. We got an SBS, and we can move on to 702. Oda, all right, let's get ready, folks. Start the SBS. Yee-hoo! It's about time Oda was able to start SBS without someone interrupting. Question, take it back. That's Mr. SBS. Oh, sorry. Start the Mr. SBS. Question for Odachi. When did Frankie become such a pervert? Sign, Arabiki Sausage. Answer, Frankie was perverted since his previous life. Question, I found him, Odachi. In fact, it was surprisingly easy. It's him, Kandre. Remember, Andre and Kandre. It's him, Kandre. Volume 57, page 108, third panel, second from the left. That has to be him. If I'm wrong, then you have to be crazy. I'm totally right, aren't I? Sign, Teague Chikie. Yeah, Teague Chikie. Answer, that's right. Last volume I told everyone to find him if they had the time. Well, you found him. Question, hello. In the volume 70 SBS, you mentioned the twin brothers Andre and Kandre. That was also famous singer Yosui Inoue's original stage name upon his debut over 40 years ago, right? He even had an afro at the time. Sign, was once a guitar lad. Answer, yes, that's right. I took the rhyming name from the same place, but as a matter of fact, I had no idea that it was referring to him. I just heard the name on TV once years ago. It says that your age is 56, guitar lad, so I guess that would explain it, eh? By the way, I originally named Andre after the wrestler Andre the Giant, because I thought they looked alike. Basically, I just make up my names on the spot. And they fit! Chapter 702, Corrida Coliseum. Caribou's New World. Volume 23. Proletariats, grab your weapons. Captain Gabaru, Child of the Revolution, has returned. And this Captain Gabaru individual just so happens to look just like Caribou. Facial structure and everything. The only thing that's different is Caribou's, light mustache, his beard, and the massive strand that hangs in his face. So that's the reason why the militia people were after him, because they thought he looked like this militia leader. But now we get people looking at the enormous sinkhole, and the dudes that tried to cheat this blind man are laying at the bottom of this crater, just beyond broken and twitching. Who is that guy? And then the blind man gets up and he starts using his stick to look around. He's got powers. But what kind?
Pardon the mess, proprietor. Send the repair bill here.
Okay. What? Wait! Are you from?
So long.
You're really tough. You're real tough, mister. Who are you? Goes Luffy.
I have a feeling. Not saying that would be better off for both of us.
And then this blind man just leaves. And this blind man is not only blind, but he has this massive scar that goes over both of his eyes in like a cross-shaped fashion.
I wonder who this guy is. And Luffy's just looking at him. And then, as the door closes, a person goes, Hey, watch where you're going.
Ah, my apologies. Are you hurt? For both of us? What's that supposed to mean? Was he some infamous wanted man?
And this is Sanji talking to Luffy.
Whoever he is, he ain't no ordinary guy.
Hey, my bag's gone! Oh, so's my watch! And my wallet!
Oh no! My jacket's been stolen!
Vanished? Vanished in broad daylight? He must have been during that blast of dust!
Wait a second. Are you saying that old man was a pickpocket or something?
Huh? I'm missing one!
As Zoro's looking at his swords.
What is the matter? My sword's gone. It's Shisui. It was right here.
What? The treasure of Wano? Looks like we've all been had. A ferry must have carried them off.
Fairy? Is that the name of a thief?
Fairies are fairies. Just laugh it off and forget it ever happened. Invisible fairies have protected Dressrosa since the long-distant past. When they get into mischief, there's no choice but to turn a blind eye.
You gotta be kidding me.
Precisely. That was a national treasure of Wano.
No, it's my sword.
It is not yours. Just so we are on the same page, I will one day duel you, that I might return Shisui to Wano where it belongs.
Fine, I'll defend my right to own it.
And then Zoro notices something in the distance. And he sees that something is grabbing a whole bag full of stuff with Shisui attached to it.
You got a little too greedy, fairy.
Oh, no, you don't! And Zoro goes after his sword. Ah! Hey, Zoro, where are you going?
Get back here! We don't have time to let you wander all over the entire city!
As Sanji goes after Zoro. This looks like fun!
Wait! Luffy! Have you found the thief? None shall abscond with the national treasure of Wano.
Hey, let go! Let's follow him!
Listen, I just got a brilliant idea. Given the current cast, I know I've got to step up for the group. You just leave it up to your pal Frankie.
And we cut back to the city.
Just like I thought, you're one of Doflamingo's thugs. But that ain't gonna scare the likes of us, so stuff it.
I told you! Yeah, I remember being ordered to chase around some samurai, but I don't remember how we caught them or where they are now. And what's with this smile you speak of?
Seriously? You don't know the first thing about Smile?
Not a bit! And nothing about no factory, neither! Who are you guys?
Dang, if even of his own people don't know about it.
Then tell me where to find someone more important. Maybe this guy's just too low on the ladder.
Everyone's busy today. I don't know where to find them. They called me out to the Coliseum like everybody else. Look, the entire country's heading for the Coliseum. Oh, wait, that's it. If you want the bosses, they're at the Corridor Coliseum. There's a huge event today. All the family's leaders should be in attendance. For whatever reason, the young master's offering one heck of a prize. I couldn't believe my eyes, and any man alive would want it. Wait, you mean that incredible meat Mingo was talking about?
All he said was that you'd want it.
Corridor Coliseum, Dressrosa.
Yo! Oh no! The Thunder Soldier!
Ladies and gentlemen, toys and dolls.
That hurt! We want to watch too! Come on, let us in!
This is no show for children. You should not see people kill one another, so scram! And this toy soldier dries off some kids.
This is no mere event. It's a scandal. His Majesty has provided a most stunning prize for this very day. The man who perished in the Paramount War at Marineford 2 years past. 2 years past, the 2nd Division leader of the infamous Whitebeard crew and son of the King of the Pirates, Ace. His flaming fists punched through battleships and transformed towns into burning hellscapes. That terrible power has now returned to the world in the form of a devil fruit once again! Behold! The winner of today's battle will be granted this forbidden fruit! A fruit of the Logia family, the most powerful of all devil fruits!
And everyone is looking at the Metametanomi sitting on a pedestal.
Ooh!
The Flame fruit! Wow! The Coliseum is packed today with mighty warriors from all over the New World, summoned by His Majesty. But we dare not hand over this fabulous prize to just anyone. If they seek the most valuable of rewards, they must earn it. The Guardians are not our ordinary gladiators. Defending today's prize, from the Don Quixote family, Senor Pinky!
And then this is a man with like a pacifier in his mouth and what looks to be like a bonnet on his head with shades on. He's kind of a portly looking man with women all over him.
Dillinger!
And we got one dude with earrings and wiping his nose, and he's got like this really big hat over his head.
Lauji!
Which is one of the old people we saw earlier talking to another old lady when Baby 5 was trying to kill Doflamingo.
Mugvice!
And it's the big dude who's like, "Hey, Baby 5, what are you doing to Doflamingo? Like this big dude with shades, and he's just enjoying himself, and people are cheering for him.
And the hero and champion of the Coliseum, Mr. Diamante!
And everyone is cheering for
Diamante! Diamante!
Get it started already! We wanna see blood!
And we have the old blind man who's sitting in the crowd.
Is that the real thing?
Young master wouldn't lie about it.
Ace's flame fruit? And that's when it gets Luffy's attention. Chapter 7, that's the end of chapter 702. Chapter 703, waiting room. I'm getting fired up because of that announcer's whole string. I'm getting fired up, and this isn't even fairy tale.
People say it's impossible for the same devil fruit to exist twice at one time. But if the owner of the fruit power dies, that fruit will reappear somewhere else in the world. After Fire Fist Ace's death, the flame fruit was grown anew, and the young master tracked it down.
So now we understand how this works. If the user of a devil fruit power dies, their power gets, basically reincarnated into another nearby fruit, and thus allows another person to get their hands on that power as well. So, when Smiley died in Punk Hazard, after turning into Land of the Dead, the power of Smiley basically went into one of the nearby fruits in the sled that was outside of the smoke, the gas of Smiley, and it turned a regular fruit turned into a devil fruit.
After Fire Fist Ace's death, the flame fruit was grown anew, and the young master tracked it down. Personally, I think it's kinda heartless for him to use a Logia fruit as a mere prize for his business. Think of how my life could change if I had that power myself. What? You'll never get to eat that fruit!
Hey, wasn't Ace your...
I want it! The flame fruit! Say, do you want to eat it, Frankie?
I'd rather be able to swim.
I can't eat it since I already have gum powers, but I don't want anyone else having Ace's ability.
With my flame powers. And this is a flashback with Ace.
So it's like a memento of him. Based on how Doflamingo was teasing you, it could easily be a trap. But I can say one thing. If this is your chance, don't miss it.
What in the world? Random pop-up, hold on. Sometimes my Steam Deck wants me to reconnect with it at the most random of times. Let me just do this because it's in the way. Sorry
Sorry about that. Now we just need to know how Blackbeard did it. I want to know how he did it as well. Hopefully we find out how he did it in the future. I can't eat it since I already have Gum powers, but I don't want anyone else having Ace's ability.
So it's like a memento of him. Based on how Doflamingo was teasing you, it could easily be a trap. But I can say one thing. If this is your chance, don't miss it. You don't want to regret anything, and in either case, we got business at the Coliseum. Let's go!
Yeah! And they both run off as that one member, I think his name is Hoss, as Hoss looks at Luffy and Frankie run off.
Idiots! If it was that easy to get what you wanted, no one had died here. No one died there. You have no idea of the level of battle at the Coliseum.
Mystery Fairy Pursuit Team. Fairy my butt. It's nothing but a dirty thief. Where'd it go?
I said hold up. Forget about a stupid sword or two.
That's not an option, you clown.
Oh, I sensed something.
Is it the fairy?
And Sanji immediately turns to see a woman dancing to some flamenco music. And I mean, this scene where this person's dancing in the anime, I enjoyed it, especially the different type of music. For One Piece, it's great, and this woman is dancing and everyone's cheering. Such beauty! Such passion! Bravo!
Dancer, Violet.
You are the finest dancer in the world!
She's so beautiful.
The women here are stab happy, remember? You'll bleed out in the street.
And then Violet winks at Sanji and he goes, I'm okay with that!
Duh! Crap! I let him wander away! That lost little moss head! Actually, hang on. It's a perfect opportunity to leave him behind on this island. I did all I could for him. No one can fault me for that. What's up with all the couples around here, though? A guy could get jealous.
And then it cuts to Violet, who starts running towards Sanji.
Oh, if only Nami or Robin would fall madly in love with me.
Excuse me? Are you the man who looked into my eyes earlier? Hurry! Embrace me!
What?
And then Violet starts hugging Sanji immediately, before he can even react.
Where'd she go? I know she went out the back door into Lover's Lane. She can't have gone far. Don't let her escape town!
Thank you. I think they're gone. I think you can let go now.
And Sanji is just stricken with, like, heart-shaped eyes as he's holding on to Violet, but he's bleeding profusely from his nose right over his fake mustache.
Oh no, the pleasure was all mine.
I'm so sorry. Did my head hit your nose?
No, the only impact I suffered was the shock of a chance meeting.
But there's so much blood.
No, it's not so bad.
You poor thing.
And then Sanji gets taken aback by Violet being nice to him.
Can't stop! The momentum of love!
Huh? No, you can't look at me that way. I have given up on love. Every man who has ever been involved with me is...
That's right. They're all in paradise.
Yeah, we are in Dressrosa, Cedes. We just met Violet.
But you're on the run. Who were those men? If there's anything I can do to help, just say the word.
Those were policemen chasing me. I'm afraid. I've stabbed a man. Our romance went sour.
What? You mean it's true the women here are so passionate they stab men? Okay!
That's... okay? No.
What's the matter?
You can't. Don't indulge this wicked, wicked woman. I might fall in love with you.
And then Sanji just gets taken aback it shoots him. He gets hit right in the heart.
My name is Violet. Would you do me the favor of escorting me to the next town over? When we get there, there's a man I need you to kill.
As Sanji is like, okay, this woman really needs me. But then we get back
to the Coliseum.
Dang, this Coliseum is huge. This is making me want to enter too.
Listen to those cheers.
Wait, you!
Huh? It's that wanted toy soldier again. He practically owns the Coliseum at this point.
You won't eat me! No, you won't! Get to walk! As the toy soldier is running from being shot by these policemen, and it leaps up into the Coliseum. You can't catch me, slowpokes! Look, I've stuck my leg into the Coliseum!
One-legged soldier, Toy, aka the Angry Thunder Soldier.
You know the law, don't you? Yeah. Police and Navy are forbidden from entering the Coliseum. You have no right to uphold the law within the Coliseum, even if you know a criminal is inside. Only the special laws enacted by the Don Quixote family hold water within these walls. If you pull those triggers, it is you who will be thrown in jail. Be gone!
And then the policemen just leave disappointed that they apparently don't get to take in the one-legged soldier, who drops down in front of Luffy and Frankie.
My, elderly sir, may I carry your belongings?
Whoa, he got polite in a hurry.
You're one funny soldier. My, you find me funny? How's this?
And then Luffy is laughing at the one-legged soldier posing his body in different ways.
Can you clear the way for us, pal?
Go! I've been in your way. Forgive me.
You turned red as a beet. You must be dead serious at heart.
Serious? Never. Toys exist to put smiles on others. You'll never meet a serious toy in your life. He got all mad.
Entries for the general population are closing now. As if anyone's going to enter, they're all chicken!
Hey, Luffy, looks like you've got a different entrance.
Huh? Oh yeah. Hey! I'm entering! Are you kidding? That old guy's going to fight?
Is he serious? Does he even know who's fighting today?
Luffy, I'm assuming this is a battle show, but I want you to stick to one rule. Fight all you like, but don't give away your identity.
Got it!
As I find it funny how Frankie is whispering to Luffy, so like, hey, don't do anything stupid. Basically, don't do anything to give yourself away. And Luffy responds with, all right! Like, he's whispering to you. You should whisper back. It's like,
hey, Luffy, I need you to be quiet right now.
Why do I gotta be quiet?
it's like that.
Fight all you like, but don't give away your identity.
Got it!
Name, please.
And then Luffy was about to sign his own name.
What did I just tell you?
As Frankie knocked him in the back of the head. Number 0556, Lucy, which is the name that Luffy's going by.
This is the gladiator waiting room. Wait here for your number to be called.
That flame fruit is mine!
Whoa!
It belongs to me, you idiot!
It's hot in here.
Who's the shrimp?
And it shows a lot of muscular people. A lot of muscular people in the room. A lot of tall and muscular people beating up on punching bags. And one hits it so hard his fist goes straight through the punching bag.
Whoa!
Huh? And then everyone is kind of snickering at Luffy looking around. Woo! As other gladiator attendees are, training and sparring a little bit.
So you can use any weapon you want?
Hey, who's that?
He was the last entry in. What's that little squirt think he's doing here?
If there's one thing I hate, it's tourists.
Spartan, Corrida Coliseum Gladiator, 51-time monthly tourney champ.
This is the Coliseum, fake beard boy.
Yeah, forget about him, Spartan.
Who wants to see the weak get crushed? The crowd wants to see battles between the great and mighty. This is no place for the likes of you. Now get lost!
And Luffy's looking at him as Spartan tries to hit Luffy, but Luffy easily dodges. You know that observation hockey is on point. He then grabs Spartan by the wrists. By the wrists, not the whole arm, just the wrists. And with one smooth motion, he flips
He pulls Spartan and then slams his whole body into the ground. Just completely body Spartan. Breaking the ground in the process. And Spartan's out. He's bleeding from the mouth, teeth. He had a full set. He had a full set before he tried to hit Luffy. And now his full set is like it's missing some from its collection. And he's just laying there unconscious. Hiya! And Luffy's just laughing at all of them. That's the end of chapter 703. We got another SBS and we can move on to 704. Question in chapter 700. Oh, good evening, Odachi. In chapter 700, when Luffy's crew is sailing to Dressrosa, the waves of the sea look like rabbits. But what does Law like to eat aside from rice balls? Sign Hasumomo. Answer, he likes grilled fish. Next question. I'm curious about something. Robin likes to say scary things out loud, but in her imagination, she's usually thinking of fun, cute things like cats or old ladies in frilly dresses. Why doesn't Robin try to cheer everyone up with her fantasies? That's what I like about Robin. Chapter, sent by YO, or, yo! Answer. Ah, I see. Yes, good point. Given that she scolded Frankie for making weird faces in Chopper's body at Punk Hazard, Robin must really like cute faces. But she's a bit socially clumsy, and her attempt to paint a picture with words ends up on the creepy side. She's just one of those ladies. Ah, so it's not that she's socially awkward, it's just that she doesn't know how to put her cutesy thoughts into a way that doesn't make her seem creepy. Ah, I see. Question. So who in the Straw Hat crew can use hockey? I'm so curious I can't even cause any love hurricanes. Sign Kakuharu. Answer, it's these three. Inside the parentheses are the types they specialize in. So Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji. Luffy specializes in conquerors. Zoro specializes in armament. And Sanji specializes in observation. Chapter 704, Lucy and the Statue of Gyros. Caribou's New World, Volume 24. Proletariat Riot Suppressed! As the entire proletariat army gets swept up by Scotch. Now, remember Scotch? He's the individual that Drake ran into when all the supernovas, well, all the worst generation, were going about their way. Nah, Luffy specializes in all three. I'm only going by what Oda put at this time. I'm only going by what Oda put. We know he specializes in all three because he was trained by Rayleigh. We know! You didn't know Sanji had hockey? You didn't know? Now we know who owns this island. But, yeah. Caribou watches as the proletariats get assaulted by Scotch. And remember, Scotch was there against Diaz Drake when before the time skip, and when we were going into the time skip. And this dude is, ransacking the entire army, while Caribou looks on in utter horror. Hey! Who is that shrimp?
He just knocked out Spartan!
And Spartan's just laying face down in the ground.
You gotta be kidding me! That was one of the stars of the Coliseum!
Are you sure he didn't just trip and fall and drive his head straight through the floor? So, where do I go next? You there! No fighting in the waiting room! You need to leave at once! You're disqualified!
What?
We don't need thugs causing fights before the match. And then an axe flies in between one of the proctors. Huh?
No. Knock it off, you idiot. The big fella started it. If you want to toss someone out, he's the guy.
Top, Don Chinjiao. Left, Boo. And then right, Sai, the unconscious one. Kano, Kingdom Gang, Chinjiao family.
Whoa! It's Sai and Boo from Kano from Kano, the Flower Kingdom. Even Don Chinjiao's in attendance.
He's a legend.
Thanks for the help.
Nah, no need for thanks.
Seriously, no need. You don't have to thank us. Actually, don't thank us. In fact, you take that back, you bastard!
You don't have to reject it that hard, bro. No!
Sorry, sometimes his emotions get the best of him. As Sai is, getting swept up in his own, from his own sentence, and he's flipping off Luffy.
Don't ever thank me again!
He basically just says, up yours. I guess there's all types out there.
You better not be plotting to team up with the toughest guys in your blog, Dagama.
Every other guy's here is a big shot sent from some country. It's like an international battle for devil fruit.
These are individual fights. There's no point in allying yourself with anyone, because only one person wins each block. First conspiracy, now bribery.
Top, Bobby Funk. Younger, Bottom, Kelly Funk. Elder, assassins from across the border, the Funk Brothers.
Don't be so naive. I know you were ordered to come and fight, just like me. If a nation wants the upper hand in both diplomacy and war, they'll do a lot better with a flame fruit than a pile of weapons.
Military tactician of Prudence, Dagama.
Just look at the faces around you.
And behind Dagama is a person with a big old crown on his head and a very big chin. King of Prudence, the Fighting King, Elisabello II.
Observe, a Class A war criminal from the Diaz naval battle, Suleiman the Beheader. Former bounty hunters wanted for bombing government buildings, Abdullah and Jeet. The Adventurer of Lies, Orlumbus the Savage Surmounter. From the Don Quixote family's own recommendation, the 100 million pirate himself, Bellamy the Hyena!
So we got Bellamy after all this time, and he's seen here smiling with a scar over the side of his face and squeezing the head of someone who's standing right next to him.
I can't see them from here, but rumor says that pirate noble Cavendish and that mad rook Bartolomeo from a year ago are taking part as well. Do you think all these men will refrain from plotting their victory, yourselves included? The first round's a battle royale. Only the survivors will have the opportunity to advance. Block A begins in moments, followed by B, C, and D.
Sorry, off topic. Try to share a video from here. Solo Leveling had another trailer. I think I may have seen that, and it says it's the official trailer, but I think it's just the same one we've seen before, but just slightly longer. But I'll check it out later.
Block A begins in moments, followed by B, C, and D. Out of 550 combatants, only 4 will move past this round. Let me guess, some money changed hands for you to wind up in the same block, just as it did for us.
It was me a luck.
What block am I in? Goes Luffy, as, Dagama was explaining all of this.
I thought I told you back at the desk. Number 556. You're in Block C.
Everyone has their uses for it, but on the day the flame fruit changes hands, the world gets a little less stable. But enough talk. May the best man win!
The Coliseum Armory. Woohoo! And I can use anything here?
Only ranged weapons are forbidden.
No new one. They showed Gogun Hicho, Baek Chaheyin, and Jino. I'll check it out later. Armor! Helmets! A half-naked fighter dude statue! I want that! And Luffy is just taken aback by this massive armory that's just full of stuff that he can use. I want that! I can't wait to put on some armor. I'll get a helmet even cooler than his! This is great! I look so rad! All the Navy officials are passing out. Hey, what happened?
The nobleman.
Nobleman? And we get Luffy, who's just covered in armor. We get Luffy, who's just covered in armor, having a big old sword and shield. He's just covered head to toe. Swordsman, Lucy.
I can't resist. The shock is too much.
So this is the armory. Look there! It's Cavendish! The pirate noble? He's still alive? He's so beautiful! Hey, you there. That won't work. There's a weight limit to the armor you can wear. Of course,
none of it will help you. The flame fruit will be mine. Only I am suited for such a beautiful power.
Captain of the beautiful pirates, White Knight Cavendish, with a bounty of 280 million berries.
And we get Cavendish, an individual with long blonde hair, high boots, stars on his pants, and a big old, a big hat with a feather in it, as he has his own saber next to him while he's holding a rose. This man is very gorgeous type vibe about him. You like this Luffy wear, homie walking around with that Hawaiian shirt? It was like that fit him? Yeah.
I've saved myself for the right devil fruit, not bothering to make any effort until now. I've gotten on by talent alone.
You're over the weight limit.
Aw, I just told you that! Get back here! Is that why everyone's almost naked? Like the statue?
This is a show. The audience wants to see blood. The Coliseum strips man down to his barest truest essence. Who wants to see a protracted duel with sword and armor? We gladiators are nothing more than an exhibition. The blood of the loser is the only thing that excites the crowd. I saw you crush that great brute of a man earlier. Who are you?
As Cavendish just eats the whole rose that he had in his hand.
I'm Luffy, the man who will be king of the pirates!
See, this is the reason why you don't give secrets to Luffy at all. He can't even hold water. It's been how many minutes since Frankie told him, don't tell anyone who you are, or don't give yourself away? He literally just gave himself away by someone who asked who he was.
I'm Luffy, the man who will be king of the pirates!
And then everyone in the room goes like, huh? Huh? And then they look at his back. And it says, Lucy.
It's just Lucy!
As one of them throws a shield at the back of his head.
Learn to pronounce stuff, you jerk!
Oh, right, Lucy. We almost thought Straw Hat Luffy was here.
That can't be him. I heard the real Luffy's 20 feet tall.
If you were the real Straw Hat Luffy, I'd have killed you just now. I came to the New World 3 years ago. The entire globe was abuzz with the story of the beautiful 200 million berry rookie. I was front page news day after day, as women worldwide hung up my wanted poster on their bedroom walls. Gallant Cavendish, the noble pirate, astride his white horse. There goes a huge star. Who? Me? Of course. But what should happen 1 year later? But the Paramount War with Whitebeard that ruined everything! A steady stream of new faces popped up, and took on the mantle of the worst generation, capturing the public's imagination like a storm. The reporters barely paid me a second glance, so I'm going to kill all the whippersnappers myself. I think that anger's misplaced. The first step is winning this tourney and seizing the flame fruit. Once that happens, you won't be able to ignore me like you're doing right now!
As Luffy is ignoring Cavendish as he's talking to the proctor, letting him know, yeah, that's better. That's much better. That's much better. And he just ignores Cavendish.
I see. So I'm dressed like this guy after all.
Are you interested in him?
Whoa, is that lady participating? Hehe, she looks so weak but scrumptious.
Who are you?
I'm Rebecca, one of the gladiators. Thank you for earlier. I've always hated Spartan. This statue is of a legendary man, Kyros, the greatest gladiator to ever fight in the corridor Coliseum. 3,000 battles and he never lost once. He only ever suffered a single blow in battle.
Whoa, he was that tough?
He was still fighting here just 20 years ago. And yet, no one in this country knows a thing about him.
Corrida Coliseum Gladiator, Rebecca. And we have this woman, Rebecca, who's, kind of scantily clad in her armor. She just has, armored loincloth, a armor bra, helmet, and armored greaves for her legs. And she's brandishing a very big sword and shield. Huh?
None of the elderly, none of the gladiators have ever even met him. This is the most mysterious statue in all of Dressrosa. Was Kyros the gladiator a real man? or a figment of the imagination? How long has this statue even been here? All we know of him is written on this placard. No one knows who he is, but no one removes the statue. Even that is a mystery.
Huh. I don't get it, but I like this statue. He looks manly.
I do too.
Hey, it's Rebecca the warrior.
Looking forward to another good fight from the undefeated woman. You must have been happy to see that earlier. After all these years, that bully Spartan finally got what was coming to him. Come on, man, don't say that. What? It's true, ain't it? What's up with them?
Pay them no mind.
As Rebecca bites her lip.
Today will be my final battle in the Coliseum. I'll gain the flame powers and take down Doflamingo.
What? Mingo?
What block are you in?
C.
Good. I'm in D. Hopefully, we are both alive after the first round. Lucy?
The battle's over! What? Already? Who's that? He's more monster than man! It was all over in moments! The masked man is the victor of Block A, Mr. Starter! Hang on! The mystery man has removed his mask!
Happy store.
And everyone looks in shock as this person removes this paper bag that has Happy Store on it from his face. But that shock turns into horror.
I don't believe my eyes! We all know this masked figure! And only now can we fully accept the spectacle we just witnessed! It's been a stunning opening, full of unexpected faces! And when the dust settles on Block A's free-for-all, the victor hails from the terrible Blackbeard crew, one of the infamous 4 Emperors! Captain of the First Division, Jesus Burgessu!
And we just have Burgess just laughing his ears off, laughing his head off as he basically beat every single person in the first round.
It's Burgess! What's he doing in this fight?
It's that champion guy! And that's the end of chapter 704. Onwards to 705, but first, an SBS. In chapter 701, Law shows them a map that he claims. Question, in chapter 701, Law shows them a map he claims his crew prepared for him. Could that be referring to Beppo? I mean, that does look like a paw print in the corner, doesn't it? Signed T. Takaaki. Answer, yes, it does. And of course, Beppo is the navigator of the Heart Pirates. He drew the map. Question, Odachi, in volume 70, chapter 700, Sanji made 3 rice balls for Law, who hates bread. What was inside of them? Signed Natsuki. Answer, well, the first one was tuna and mayonnaise. This next one was okaka, dried and ground bonito fish with soy sauce. Some of this stuff sounds kind of good. And the last was a super sour dried plum. By the way, Law also hates sour plums. He had a fight with Sanji a few minutes after that scene. Question, what's the name of Law's sword? How many tattoos does Law have? Can you draw all of his tattoos for us, Odachi? Answer, sure thing. These are from my original sketchbook. There's definitely a heart motif going on here. Wonder what's up with that. His katana's name is Kikoku, meaning demon whale. No special category for it. It's a cursed blade. Chapter 705, Maynard the Pursuer. Caribou's New Whale, Volume 25, an example to the others, as it shows Scotch has bodied the proletariats just right then and there and set fire to the entire town.
Burgess! Burgess!
Scene 1, Corrida Coliseum. The Blackbeard Pirates!
That guy's a total monster!
I'd figured Luffy would mop up the floor with this tournament, but it could be much tougher than that. I just hope he doesn't give himself away. Well, I have to get to work.
What?
Just a moment, I shall join you, goes the toy soldier who's tagging along with Frankie.
I told you, get off of me. If you don't know where to find the factory, I don't need you. I gotta find the biggest big shot I can from the Doflamingo family and beat the answer out of him.
No, stop!
Why?
As Frankie's making a scene and causing all the civilians to just kind of stare at him and the one-legged soldier. Let's find a better place to talk. Such extremist sentiment is taboo in this place.
Who are you, anyway?
Nearby, in the stands. Harudin the pirate mercenary, even Gambia the missionary.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
This clearly calls for backup. I didn't expect this kind of turnout.
Burgess was a shock to me, too.
In a corner of the Coliseum waiting room.
I'll get confirmation.
I'll get confirmation from Isho soon.
Good.
Yo, buddy!
You ain't talking to someone outside, are you?
Seems pretty... You ain't talking to someone outside, are ya? Seems pretty fishy to me. I hear you whispering, talking about who's hot these days. What's that memo in your hands?
Is something wrong?
Unless maybe you're more...
I'll call you back in 10 minutes.
And this person who's speaking to this other individual is called Bartol Club Pirates, Chief of Staff, Gambia the Missionary, with a bounty of 67 million berries. And then it cuts to a whack sound. And then we cut to bathroom, trash dump, as this big man who's talking to another person is washing his hands. And he walks out, but we see the crumpled body of Gambia.
I apologize for the delay. Nothing to worry about. I mentioned Gambia the missionary earlier, the one working for Bartolomeo. You can cross that name off. I had the wrong guy.
And the person who bodied Gambia is Gladiator number 0429, Capman, Naval HQ Vice Admiral, Maynard, the Pursuer. So, the Navy's there in the Coliseum. They got a present there.
Next up, Block B! Let's bring in our contestants!
And then the blind man gets up.
Time to leave. I've heard many familiar names.
And then we have this blind man. Outside, and someone's talking to him. So, what sort of arrangements should be made? Oh, here's your coat.
Let's have about 3 battleships sent. As for us, let's head for, what was it called?
Greenbit?
Yes, there. Also, call for extra medics. We don't want people getting hurt.
And we get introduced to this blind man. Naval HQ Admiral Fujitora Isho. There it is. The blind man is Fujitora. The same Fujitora that Akainu was talking about when Brand New was talking about the new warlords and the alliance of Law and Luffy during Punk Hazard. The new admiral has shown up!
I want a head count on the people in the stands, the population of the kingdom, the population of the town, and the kingdom.
Do we need all that?
The number we need to keep in mind ain't the enemy forces. It's the number of lives we ought to protect. No.
And this surprises the other Navy soldier that's traveling with Fujitora. Scene 2, Caesar handoff team.
Greenbit, eh?
In a northeastern cafe.
Well, I wouldn't recommend it. You researchers or explorers, or what?
As it's Law, Caesar, Usopp, and Robin. And Robin looks good with her outfit for Dressrosa. I've always liked this outfit for Robin.
If it ain't important enough to risk your lives, I wouldn't go there if I was you.
Well, the bridge certainly looks sturdy.
Oh, that? Yeah, it's wrought iron. But look at the entrance. As you can see, no one uses it anymore. The problem is, Greenbit's surrounded by packs of fighting fish that have settled in the area. People used to go back and forth before they came here.
But that was over 2 centuries ago.
Sure, no. What are fighting fish, sir?
They're real nasty fish with big horns. If they get near your ship, it's a matter of time before it gets capsized. They reinforced the bridge with iron, but it didn't help.
It didn't help? Are you saying these fish could bring down an iron bridge?
Only someone who went across the bridge would know that what state it's in. And I don't know no one who ever came back.
Huh? Hey, Traffy, let's change the drop-off point. Pronto! I agree. Do it for my sake, fool. I have to wait there.
No changes. We're too far along to whine about this. What's more concerning to me is the state of the country. Their king just quit, but they're carrying on like nothing happened. It's completely outside of my expectations.
Are you sure this is safe?
Goes Usopp.
Huh? What are you doing, Rob?
And then before Usopp can even finish that sentence, because Robin's covering her face, she goes, shh. And they see individuals walking through the streets.
Gah! What's the big deal?
That's CP0. What are they doing here?
CP? What?
The world's most powerful intelligence agency. Cypherpol Aegis 0. And it's these 3 men walking in white suits. One has a bowler hat, another one has like and they all have like markings to hide their face. But we got one with a bowler hat, one that looks like it has like a widespread mask with hair on it, and another one that looks like it has like a top hat, a short top hat with like a wide fan-like ornaments underneath his mask as well.
Do they have something to do with CP9? They're the supreme branch of the
They're the supreme branch of the agency. Nothing good can happen when they're involved.
Indeed, goes Law. Scene 3, Zoro and the Fairy. Gotcha! Now give me back my sword. Now give my sword back. And before Zoro can say anything, he's sent flying over the edge of an entire building, and he falls straight through an awning and right on his back. And then the bag of stolen goods flies towards him.
Oh, shoot!
And it falls right on Zoro's face. Did I say Sanji? I meant if I said Sanji, I meant to say Zoro.
Ouchie! Oh no! Oh no! I'm such a klutz! A human might see me! Gotta get away before a human...
And goes Zoro. Scene 4, The Lone Kinemon. Who are you, wretched scallywags? I am but a simple passing geezer, nothing more.
Don't lie to me! Your head is just a top knot! You're obviously a samurai! You must be Foxfire Kinemon!
We have footage of you from Punk Hazard, so if you're showing up back here, you must be a samurai. Am I right? Now surrender, if you value Kanjuro's life, that is. And, I mean, Kinemon is just completely surrounded, as I guess civilians have all evacuated the entire stairway where he's standing at. Scene 5, Sanji in Love. I got visual on the target, and it shows someone aiming at Violet and Sanji, but then it shows Sanji, all the way in the crosshairs of this person aiming, and Sanji has already ran and kicked the man in the face. And then Sanji just gives a thumbs up to Violet, and then he just uses Skywalk to, just hop right back down to her.
Oh my goodness, you're so strong.
Who, me? A sniper 16 yards above? Piece of cake. You've got me on your side. Dear Nami and Robin, how's the weather where you are? Skies are stormy here, with a hurricane of love.
My hero.
That's right, I am in love. Scene 6, Thousand Sunny Guard Team. And then someone's talking to Momonosuke as he goes,
No! You are not supposed to drink it all! A proper poison taster must test the Shogun's food for poison by tasting just a little bit. Understand?
Yes, my lord!
Now try again! Bring my tea, Chopperimon!
Yes, my lord!
Servant Chapurimon.
I shall bring it at once, my lord.
Maid Onami.
How do you feel, my lord? Very comfortable. I am quite pleased. As Momonosuke is laying on Nami's legs, like her legs are a pillow, while she's fanning him.
I see. I am glad to hear it.
And then, as she looks down, we see Brooke right next to Momonosuke, who's getting a full... Even though Momonosuke is getting a view outwards laying on Nami, Brooke slides in and he gets a full view of Nami from, from the bottom. Use my description however you like for your imagination. I am quite pleased as well. Yo! And then Nami just bodies Brooke.
Right. That hurt, Nami. I thought we were having a lap pillow party.
What kind of a party is that? We're playing Shogun.
Playing Shogun?
When Momo's left to himself, he starts to look really depressed. He won't tell us what's wrong, but I think he got deep mental scars for such a young kid.
Oh, I see. How dreadful.
Hey, Bonkichi! I wish for you to provide entertainment.
No, thank you. I only take orders from Luke.
Just do it!
As Chopper hits him in the back of the head.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. You can bear me till you're blue, but I'll always come back to you. The vitality comes. Come on!
Huh? And then Brooke notices something as noises are happening from inside the Sunny.
Oh no! Oh no!
Wait, what? There shouldn't be anyone else on the ship.
I know, right? What was that? I'm so scared. It's so creepy. It's coming from the men's bedroom.
Oh, dearie me. This won't do at all. Oh, dear. Whose voice is that?
As Chopper is already crying, but he's got his gun. He's already got a gun in his hands. He may be terrified, but he's ready. He may be terrified, but Chopper's ready.
Someone's back there,
goes Brooke.
Scene 1. Corrida Coliseum.
Block B gladiators. Has anyone seen Catman? And Bartolomeo?
And then we get someone walking up to one of the proctors.
Oh, you're Bartolomeo, yes? Block B is starting soon. Also, have you seen a fellow named Catman around?
Nope.
But we see Catman far off. We see Maynard far in the distance, and he's laying in a trash heap, just like Gambia. And this man was beaten that looks to be into an inch of his life. And that's the end of chapter 705. Onwards to 706, but first in SBS. Question: could you make shaved ice out of Aokiji? Sign, Dumb Dog. Answer: yes, you certainly could. He's ice after all, but would you really want to eat him? He'd turn back into Aokiji in your tummy and boom, you're possessed. Question: our dad loves Whitebeard. Every night he comes home drunk and mom scolds him. He always says, I'll decide when I've had enough good But then the next morning he grovels on the ground before her. How can our dad be cool again? Sign, Piro and Ake. Answer: well, he's cool partway through your story, but he's not in the morning. Here's an idea. How about if your mom becomes Whitebeard too, and forgives him by saying, you may be a fool, but I still love you. Would that work? Question: my cat is really cute. He loves to hop up on your lap out of nowhere. My father, 59, likes to lay his head on my mother's lap to get his ears cleaned, but she hates that. What is it about men and lap pillows? It's a blessing. It's an absolute blessing. That's all I can say. It's just a blessing. Sign, Neko Robin. Answer: it's bumming me out to see so many pathetic dad letters. My theory is that the lap pillow is a kind of dream, a source of passion. It's like when a climber sees a new mountain to climb. In fact, that's not a theory. It's real! Chapter 706. I ain't gonna laugh at you. Caribou's New World. Volume 26. The old hag left behind with a photograph. And Caribou comes back to see the house and the old lady that he was staying at and being cared for in is also on fire because of Scotch.
And emerging late from the tunnel, another competitor of Block B. He shot out of nowhere like a comet over the last year to land in the new world. The atrocious and inhumane Mad Rookie. He skewered and roasted pirates on live video. He opened fire on innocent civilians. He's #1 on the pirates we just want to disappear list. Bartolomeo the Pirate!
Captain of the Barto Club Pirates, man-eating Bartolomeo, bounty 150 million berries.
I'm gonna send each and every one of you to hell.
Get out of here! You go there!
As Bartolomeo throws something at the crowd.
Huh? Is he?
What do you think he's doing? What do you think you're doing?
It's a bomb!
It's a bomb! Ah! Get out of the way, old man! Ah! The stairs are packed. There's no escape. Ladies first. Ladies first. Let me go. I've got money. Just make sure I survive.
And then it just bounces with the crowd.
A ball? You disgust me.
And then it just blows up. It just blows up near the crowd.
You certainly turned the crowd against you, boy.
As Dagama speaks to Bartolomeo.
I don't need the approval of worthless scum.
But that's not all for Block B.
There's one more. I want to make sure I do Bartolomeo's voice right because
I don't want it to sound too much like Frankie.
But at the same time, I want to make sure that Bartolomeo's voice sounds kind of authentic to how it sounds in the English dub. So maybe this will be the voice I give for him.
I don't need the approval of worthless scum.
But that's not all for Block B. There's one more competitor, the polar opposite of Bartolomeo. A great admirer of our king, Doflamingo. This man swore fealty to our monarch by bringing home an enormous pillar of gold from a far-off land.
Oh, can it be?
Ah! Since then, he has served by crushing and subjugating the towns of those degenerate... of those who denigrate us as the kingdom of a savage pirate, the Bullet of Dressrosa! And through this tournament, His Majesty has offered him a second chance!
Behind the Coliseum. The medical room's back there. We don't have enough stretchers, so walk there if you can. Darn, I didn't know he'd be fighting. Dang, these guys got messed up. That champion's tough. Hang on, you'll be fine. It's all over.
I'm scared. That monster's gonna kill me.
Hey, do you think I'm blind?
As someone walks right behind Luffy. Huh?
You can try to disguise yourself, but I don't easily forget the face of the man who derailed my career.
Former captain of the Bellamy Pirates, Bellamy the Hyena, user of the Spring fruit with a bounty of 195 million berries. Oh, it's you! The guy who messed up the poor Diamond Head man. Mont Blanc Cricket. Mallow?
Bellamy.
Yeah, Bellamy! What are you doing here?
Did you think I lived in Jaya? I can go where I please. Doflamingo's been like a hero to me since I was a kid. I don't got any fixation on the flame fruit, but I got my reasons for wanting to win.
So we're just gonna fight again?
But I ain't the same guy you knew. I went there, Straw Hat. I saw the Sky Island. True, I lost my people, but my world turned upside down.
You were at Skypiea? Hey, you didn't do anything to the Sky people, did you?
Maybe. At any rate, I don't hold nothing against you. If I want to make it over the huge wave coming, I need a spot on Doflamingo's ship. I ain't gonna laugh at you anymore.
As Bellamy walks through the tunnel in order to go out for the next round.
If he should emerge victorious today, his loyal service will be rewarded by the Don Quixote do Flamingo family with a promotion to full officer status. One of the favorites to win the tournament, Bellamy the hyena!
And then the crowd just erupts in cheers.
Bellamy! Bellamy!
And then we get to Luffy, who's watching everything go down, and he's right next to Cavendish. I don't like how popular this guy is. What block are you in, Lucy?
I'm in.
Then we get then we get told who everyone is in each block. A selection of each block's notable fighters. C Block, 139 fighters, which includes Fighter Sai, Gladiator Lucy, Assassin Kelly Funk, Bounty Hunter Jean Ango, Fighter Boo, Boxer Idio, Fighting Bull, Giant Warrior Harudin, former pirate Don Chinjao, and Assassin Bobby Funk. D Block, 138 fighters. Sorcerer Mummy, Adventurer Orlumbus, Pirate Cavendish, Gladiator Meadows, Fighting Lion, Gladiator Rebecca, Arsonist Damask, Military Captain Rolling Logan, Gladiator Asilia, and War Criminal Suleiman.
It's a battle royale between 138 fighters in Block B. Leave the ring and you're out. Die inside the ring and you're out. Only one competitor survives. And now...
And in Block B, 138 fighters. Fighting King Elisabello II, Martial Artist Blue Gilly, Military Captain Tank Lepanto, Criminal Abdullah, Pirate Bartolomeo, Gladiator Ricky, Pirate Bellamy, Tactician Dagama, Fishman Warrior Hack, Criminal Jeet.
And now, the opening bell!
And it goes off and everyone just starts fighting, with Bellamy going,
So, where do I start?
Warriors! Should we start with Bellamy?
Should we start with Bellamy, Dagama?
That'll do. Take down the troublesome ones before we lose too many men.
What's with these guys? They're like an army unit. That ain't what a battle royale's about.
Curse our cowardice in the afterlife once you're dead. Gamma! Only Gamma! Only the last survivor can win. Results are everything.
and that's the end of chapter 706. Onwards to chapter 707, Block B.
It's the first round, Block B, and it's 138-man battle royale.
Hey, no fair! They're forming a team!
And it looks like right off the bat, we've got an alliance of fighters! But this is a valid strategy. No rule forbids it. And it seems it's been orchestrated by the fellow from Prudence, Dagama the Tactician! Gamma! The flame fruit will come to Prudence when all is said and done. My King Elisabello II was born a living weapon of destruction. The punches he unleashes from his powerful physique are astonishing to behold. He left the world speechless when he smashed through the walls of an enemy fortress with one blow.
And it shows the aftermath of Elisabello's punch, as there's a ginormous hole going through an entire castle, from back to front.
That's just one drawback to his incredible power. In order to throw a single punch, he requires a full hour of heavy concentration and warming up. It's his treasured heirloom, a weapon that can only be unleashed once in any battle. The King Punch! A weapon devastating enough to sink one of the 4 emperors should it land squarely. Finding the right timing to unleash it will decide this battle!
King of Prudence, the Fighting King, Elisabello II.
Are you ready, Your Majesty?
Whenever you are. Shishi. Tell me when to strike, Dagaba.
Of course, Majesty. Protect the king and thin out the numbers in the ring.
You sure about this, Lepanto? A military commander of Dressrosa aiding another country's tactician? Huh! Money dictates everything in the world, Bellamy. Forget ambitious dreams. I'd rather reach down and pick up the gold at my feet.
Commander of the Dressrosa Self-Defense Forces, Tank Lepanto.
That actually stings.
As Lepanto is preparing to face off against Bellamy, and Bellamy dodges out of the way before Lepanto can hit him with this spiked ball and chain. He just dodges and uses the spring fruit to get away, but some other gladiators get hit in the process.
Ah! I'm gonna fall off!
Spring? Death knock!
As Bellamy turns his arm into a spring and launches it at Lepanto, who blocks it.
3 disqualified, out of bounds, and of course, in the seawater outside the ring.
The gladiators who got knocked into the water are screaming for their lives, losing the air in the process.
Are the famed Coliseum residents!
Yeah, go!
A pack of little fighting fish!
Fighting fish, not flighting fish. Fighting fish. The same one that the restaurant owner was warning Law and everyone else about 2 chapters earlier. As it sends these people flying through the air.
Hell within the ring, hell outside the ring! No one leaves unharmed! This is according to Coliseum!
Dula! Abdullah! This is what happens when you turn your back on me! See?
You dirty cowards!
As Jeet takes Abdullah being a distraction and slices everyone in the back. I like the sound of that.
Abdullah and Jeet. You're just a filthy fish man. What do you think you're doing in this human tournament, you freak? Well, fish face?
I feel such pity.
What?
You are a puppet with no words of your own, so at least let us speak with our fists.
Oh yeah? Sounds good!
And this big hefty man, who's already showing he's a horrible human being, tries to hit Hack, the fish man, fighting in this tournament with this big giant spiked club. But Hack catches it by catching the spike. He literally catches the club by holding onto the spike itself, and he just holds on to a crazy grip.
What? It won't move!
4,000 brick fist!
And he bodies this one gladiator.
I follow the example of my good friend Jimbei, who serves as the hope of our people. There must be a way to create goodwill through the trading of fists. Thus, I continue fighting.
Fishman, karate master, fishman jiu-jitsu, 100th degree hack.
Ow! I really hate this guy!
What are you doing? He's just one spindly unarmed freak! It doesn't matter if he's unarmed or spindly.
It's those legs! They're like whips of steel!
Hey, come on now. Come closer, fellas. It's no fun when you keep your distance.
From the long leg people, Jiao Kung Do martial artist, Blue Gilly.
He's just a long leg. Nothing more. Just aim at his enormous legs.
And the long leg people have ridiculously long legs. The opposite of people like Apu, who are from the long arm tribe. This dude's got very long legs.
We can't get any closer. The way he moves, we just can't tell where the legs will strike.
And Blue Gilly kicks all of these gladiators away rapidly.
Hey, I don't recognize one of these gladiators.
It's him over there, the ridiculously powerful one. Do you know him?
I've been a competitor here for years, but I've never seen him before.
At least he doesn't have 4 knees, at least, because that would be painful to even look at. How long has it been since I had to take a moment to take a security tab off of one of my books? It feels like forever since I've ever had to do that. It's been a while since I had to take a security tab off of one of my books. It wasn't until I started doing this whole series at the beginning.
The Coliseum gladiators are all trained with the sword and shield, but he just carries a sword. What is he, a samurai from Wano?
We gotta test them. Okay!
And they try to aim for this masked gladiator who easily dodges all of them.
Too slow. Too slow.
Huh?
Former gladiator, Ricky. As this Ricky gladiator goes through all of the gladiators at once.
Did you see that just now? The gladiator in the skull cape. He's so mighty, but I don't recall seeing him here before.
About that, I feel like I have seen him before. At least someone who fought without a shield like that. But what was his name?
Look at him! What's he doing? Does he want to die? And why doesn't anyone attack him? We just want him to lose already!
And it's Bartolomeo who's just laying on the ground. Competitive viewing section. It's his tendency to consume others with rage that earned him the nickname Man-Eater Bartolomeo. Just another one of the insolent newcomers. It's neat seeing all the different guys in this fight. Hey, what's your name again? Cavendish. And what are you doing, Cabbage? Checking out the bounty posters of the worst generation. I need new ones. Mine are almost illegible from the knife marks. Why don't you just forgive them and get over it? Not going to happen. They deserve to die. Given the prize in this tourney, I'd count on at least one of them showing up to compete. But as you saw with Burgess, it's possible to hide your face here. I guess it would be faster to just wait for them to win.
Oh my, is this the observation area? Good view of the fight. Ho ho. By the way, how is Garp doing? Straw Hat Luffy?
Huh? You know my grandpa? Huh? As Cavendish is shocked to hear this as Don Chinjiao walks up.
Garp nearly killed me years ago, and I've decided that my hatred would extend to at least 3 generations.
Huh? And that's the end of chapter 707. Onwards to chapter 708, but first an SBS. Question. Odachi, did you eat some toilet paper this morning? Signed, Haribo Monet. Answer.
There's leftover toilet paper stuck on the side of my mouth. Excuse me.
What were you doing? Question. I thought of some birthdays for Caesar and Monet. Caesar, April 9th. And Monet, August 27th. How's that? Is that okay? Sign Nakamura. Answer. Sure. Pig's nose. Question. There was a mention of a freelance writer named Absa in chapter 700. That's Absalom, right? Right? I mean, there's a ship in that panel, right? Right? What other pervy incredible scoops, what pervy moving stories, what pervy articles has he written? Signed, Makino Love. Answer. That's right. It's Absalom. Doesn't it bring you back? As a matter of fact, he was at the Paramount War. After the battle was over, Doflamingo mentioned something about Moria meeting a strange fate. Why was that, do you suppose? I'm worried about Perona, too. Did Moria really die? All we can confirm at this time is that Absalom is using his clear fruit to provide the world with major scoops under the pen name Absa. I'm sure he gets all kinds of pictures. It seems the menfolk enjoy his articles quite a bit. Well, enough of this edition of the Perv BS. See you next volume. So that means the rest of the chapters will be just nothing but chapters. Chapter 708, Coliseum of Scoundrels. Caribou's New World, Volume 27. The hag's dead grandson was meat pie-loving Commander Gaburu. And that's the reason why everyone looks at Caribou the way they do. Because Caribou looks like Gaburu, who is apparently dead.
In those days, Garp was the devil himself to pirates. Decades later, and my wounds still haven't healed.
Is this true? No, I got it wrong. I'm supposed to be Lucy.
As his grandson, you will pay the price of my wrath.
Why don't you just take it out on Grandpa?
So you are Garp's grandson.
Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be Lucy. If you're the real Straw Hat Luffy, then I shall cut you down where you stand.
If I'd only been aware of the existence of his son dragon sooner, I could have prevented you both from ever being born!
And Don Chinjiao headbutts the ground so much that it literally blows up the ground in front of Luffy, who manages to jump out of the way before getting hit.
Hey, what's going on? Don Chinjiao starting a brawl? Watch out!
Wait a second, mister! Take off those fake whiskers, as Cavendish grabs onto Luffy.
Ah, no, stop!
Then Don Chinjiao gets up.
You gotta be kidding me! I don't know how much age has affected him, but in his prime, the Don had a bounty of over half a billion!
And Don Chinjiao is airborne as he backflips towards Luffy and Cavendish. Don't you dare, Don Chinjiao! This one belongs to me!
Now Cavendish has drawn his sword!
Aye, one of the world's finest blades. Durandal! Doisa, head arms!
Blade of Beauty! Bluebird!
Whoa! Right to the skull! But not through! He withstood the thrust!
And it shows Cavendish as he stabs towards Don Chinjiao, and Don Chinjiao just goes straight towards his sword. And the sword is hitting Don Chinjiao directly in the skull. But the sword, not only is it not piercing Don Chinjiao, not even breaking the skin, but the sword is also bending underneath him.
Durandal didn't even pierce the flesh!
So not only a head that can't be pierced by a sword, but the strength to reverse that massive body? Neither of these guys is human!
And then Don Chinjiao tries to smash both Cavendish and Luffy, which they both dodge out of the way. And Don Chinjiao then starts headbutting the area where Luffy and Cavendish are. Well, it seems he won't be beaten with ordinary effort.
All right already! I said knock it off!
As Luffy jumps up in the air and hits Chinjiao in the back of the head.
Whoa! He just blasted Chinjiao!
Who is that whiskered shrimp? Oh my!
No effect!
As Chinjiao gets right back up.
Was the legend true then? Did he really split the continent of ice in half with a headbutt? Or so they say.
The continent of ice? Dang, that was a pretty strong punch too.
Yo, you boys seem to have some talent for this.
True. Given how strong you are, you really must be Straw Hat.
But you've much to learn, I'm afraid. You've much to learn, I'm afraid.
What do you want? Give it a rest already!
You steal popularity from others. You're the grandson of a demon. All you seem to do is attract ire.
Neither of those are my fault! Besides, I'm Luffy!
If you prevent my vengeance, I will bury you alone with him, young knight!
Wait just a darn second, Gramps!
Enough of that! Ah!
As Chinjiao is screaming outwards.
If you start fighting back here, you'll get disqualified!
Whoa! It's Sai and Boo from the Kingdom of Kano!
Unhand me my grandsons!
No!
I don't care about your reasons. Knock it off! I finally found the accursed descendant of that infernal Garp!
If you get disqualified now, we'll lose our real reason for fighting in the arena, Grandpa! Hey, you there! What are you doing?
Hey, you there! What are you doing? Goes some of the guards who are there. Any fighting that takes place outside the arena is grounds for ejection. Those are the Coliseum guards. Ejection be darned. I'm gonna settle our score right now. Huh? Where'd he go? As Cavendish is looking for Luffy. Don't worry about that guy with the fake beard, Gramps. He's in Block C with us. And mind you, Don Chinjiao looked peaceful at first, but he's gotten angry to the point where his beard is flaring upwards. He has a very long beard and mustache, but it flares upwards while he's angry. And he's still very angry. If you want to kill him, do it in the match. Straw Hat! You're not going anywhere! I'll take your life before the battle begins! What was that all about? I heard someone say Straw Hat.
Wait, Straw Hat?
You mean Straw Hat Luffy the pirate? Is he fighting here? No way!
And as we zoom closer and closer to the Coliseum, we see that Luffy is hanging outside of the Coliseum, hiding. Oh, dang. And I promised Frankie I wouldn't let anyone find out who I was.
And down goes Tank!
Oh,
The leader of Dressrosa self-defense troops, Tank Lepanto, is out! He falls prey to the wicked Abdullah and Jeet!
and Abdullah and Jeet are clanging their weapons together as they apparently slashed up Tank incredibly intently.
Hoi! See? They're such cheap shots!
Commander Tank!
We've already got over 100 gladiators fallen. There are barely 30 left standing in the ring. Almost there. No matter how tough the remaining competition is, the King's Punch will take care of them.
As we see Idio still fighting against Ricky, we got King Elizabello still charging up his punch while Dagama is still, with him. And we have Abdullah and Jeet.
Who's next? Who wants to lose some blood?
But someone attacks the Dastardly Duo!
As someone stabs both of their feet. And then grabs them by the face. And Bellamy grabs them by the face and flips over them and pretty much breaks their backs almost, like there's a crunch sound. So he broke something. But it's Bellamy.
It's Bellamy!
And the crowd is screaming,
Bellamy! Such cruelty! Such ferocity! Those words were invented for him!
as his fingers are covered in the blood of Abdullah and Jeet.
Hey, check out that tough fishman! He's exciting!
So that's the famous Fishman Karate.
Every single blow's been a one-hit KO!
Awesome! There's another gladiator turning heads. Hack, the Fishman Warrior!
See! As he's fighting everybody.
Meanwhile...
Huh? And we see someone walking and there's a zip sound.
Hey, what's he doing?
Huh?
Unbelievable! Is there any depth to which Bartolomeo will not sink?
Make him stop! Why won't anyone make him pay?
He's just pulled out his unspeakable bits in full view of the crowd. The most indecent act in the history of the Coliseum.
Ugh. Now this is paradise.
Won't somebody stop him? Huh? Wait, there!
As it shows Bartolomeo basically just dropping trowel and is just relieving himself on the outside of the ring.
Some of us are putting our best foot forward in this tourney, boy. Forgive me, I must strike you from behind. Huh? 4,000 brick? Hey, wait! You'd strike a defenseless man?
Our hero is the Fishman Warrior Hack!
Get him! Put him away, Hack!
Fist!
But Hack's fists and his wrists completely explode and crunches on something.
Psych!
As it looks like he hit something before he hit Bartolomeo. And then Hack is on the ground with his arm bleeding because his hand literally suffered the recoil of punching. And it's just bleeding profusely. And I think he also broke his wrist too.
What did he just do? Somehow it's Hack writhing on the ground.
Hey, what was that?
What's the deal with this Bartolomeo guy?
Chapter 709, King Punch! Caribou's new word, Volume 28.
Just run, Gaburu. You mustn't fight anymore.
As the old lady is looking at Caribou, and she's just pleading for him. Then we get Bartolomeo, who kicks Hack in the face.
And Hack is down!
What was that?
The Fishman Karate Master 100th Degree Hack! I was rooting for him, you rooster-headed ruffian!
Keep your commentary impartial, Gyats.
And so we have the name of the announcer.
Yes! It's still impossible to predict a winner!
Just 24's left standing in Block B.
As Luffy is left hanging outside watching all this go down.
Time to finish this one up. I see one guy with an attitude about him.
And we have Isabello still charging up his punch, and then Dagama.
Gamma! They're all nursing wounds now. The time is right. Ready, Blue Gilly?
Yo! As Blue Gilly is kicking someone directly in the neck, and their armor is being destroyed.
The heavy hitters are going down left and right. Even Ricky, the mysterious gladiator, will not last to see the light of another day. Blue Gilly towers over him.
What do you plan to cut with your sword without a blade, old man?
I suppose there can be no victory over the waves of time.
And then everyone is cheering.
Those despicable cheers. I curse your name, Doflamingo.
We've thinned out most of the numbers thanks to Dagama's plan. When the signal goes out, we dissolve this formation. And then we'll fight to determine the true winner. But Idio comes in and he's beating up on a whole bunch of other people.
Don't break formation! Why'd you let them behind you? Yo!
And then Dagama starts beating up on all the people that are surrounding King Elisabello.
Joya!
Huh?
Dagama, you traitor!
You have served us well, faithful dogs. You'll have your payment later.
I was hired to put down the dogs, you see.
You too, Blue Gilly?
Bah! The weak-minded are destined to be used as pawns on the battlefield. Keep it up, Longlegs! Yo! Dagama, you devious schemer! And now that your back is turned, Blue Gilly, you're mine!
As Dagama intends to betray Blue Gilly, but Blue Gilly notices and kicks Dagama directly in the chest, sending Dagama flying over the edge. Feels like something's underneath my tongue. Weird. He kicks Dagama directly in the chest, sending him right out the wing.
Gah! You turncoat! Blue Gilly!
And before you can say Blue Gilly, Dagama gets launched back into the air by a fighting fish.
Yeah! And there goes Dagama the Tactician!
I can't fathom who would be stupid enough to trust a slimy toad like you in the first place.
Way to go, long-leg guy! Blue Gilly!
And meanwhile...
No!
Our beloved Bellamy barely clings on!
Sir Bellamy!
And it's that scumbag again!
As Bellamy is on the ground, bleeding from his face as he's standing right there in front of Bartolomeo.
What the heck kind of powers are those?
Bellamy.
Bellamy got hurt when he tried to attack, just like Hack did.
Oh, I hate that Bartolomeo.
Hey, Bellamy, hang in there! What now, Elisabello? There's nothing more vulnerable than an exposed king. Everyone's been itching to take you down.
Dagama dig well. All that's left is to strike. It wasn't me that formation was protecting. It was you. There's nothing more dangerous than an exposed blade. Am I wrong, boy?
And Blue Gilly is looking confused at what Elisabella was saying.
You know, it occurred to me. He's the king of Prudence, right? Well, wasn't there that news article a while back about how he punched an enemy fortress into rubble?
Don't tell me you believe that. They probably used some weapon or whatever.
But if it was true, then wouldn't his punch be strong enough to destroy the stands behind his target?
Huh? No way that would happen.
An uneasy air settles on the arena as the silent king at the center of the formation moves into action. King Was that outlandish tale actually true?
As the arm of Elisabello bulks up as he brings it backwards.
Elisabello's mine.
Elisabello's mine!
Move it. I'll shatter his neck. Shooting moon.
Don, you're tough. What is this? Let go! As Ideo goes for Elisabello, and Bellamy is hanging on to Bartolomeo.
Not likely. Don't overlook the strength of a coiled spring.
But then a shiver goes down Bellamy's spine, and he looks back.
What the heck is that?
And everyone in the crowd is vacating the stands where Elisabello is aiming towards.
King of Prudence.
And at first we had a king, and now we get the end result. Punch! And he unleashes a punch that sends everybody in the ring flying. And the shockwave is so forceful, it even destroys everyone's weapons around them. Bellamy's sent flying, Ideo's sent flying. Everyone is sent flying from the King Punch! And a massive shockwave just engulfs the entire arena, so bright that it even lights up the stands. And there's a massive explosion that can be seen from the outside of the Coliseum. And then there's silence. And then Gyatz gets up. Gyatz gets up.
What dreadful power! There can't be any survivors down in the ring. Bellamy! Blue Gilly!
Sir Bellamy!
Championship contenders litter the ground in disarray!
What a punch! Never seen anything like that. Never seen anything like it.
The 138-man Battle Royale of Block B ends with a winner hailing from the Kingdom of Prudence!
Wait! Look there!
Huh?
There's someone left!
The only reason
the other side of the Coliseum didn't get blasted was because he blocked it!
Huh?
Barrier! Crossing my fingers is a barrier against harm. Even kids know that much. I ate the barrier fruit. I'm a barrier man.
And this is Bartolomeo, who hits Elisabello with a
barrier crush!
And smacks Elisabello with a full-fledged barrier that knocks him out instantly.
No! The Fighting King! Elisabello II is down for the count! I hate to say it, but the winner of Block B is... Bartolomeo!
Boo! Boo! You can all go to hell.
Ah! Darn it! Why did he have to win?
Now you have to win the flame fruit for you know who.
That weirdo guy won. Then we cut to the outside of the Coliseum.
What? You too? Keep your voice down.
Inside the Coliseum, a crowd-seating concourse.
You say you're plotting to destroy the factory as well?
Indeed, we've been working towards this for quite some time. Tell me
where it is. I'll knock it down in seconds.
You cannot. We want to save those who are working there. Our activity is a crucial piece to overthrowing the country. If you have the fortitude and conviction to stand against Doflamingo, then I shall tell you the entire truth about the tragic nation of Dressrosa. And this is the one-legged soldier talking to Frankie. You telling me that punch could take out Whitebeard? Sure, Elisabello, sure. See, here's the thing. Dagama was the one boasting about the punch. Dagama was the one boasting about it. But, for those of us who have seen into the futuro, for those of us who have seen into the future, we know better. Don't we?
But we're almost done. Chapters 7, 10, to Greenbit!
I ain't changed a bit. It's pathetic.
You have changed, Bellamy. As Luffy is looking at everyone who's being carried out from the Block B fight, including Bellamy. Clear the way!
It's you who's changed. Hockey powers that far exceed the imagination. And not only that, but you had the gall to root for me.
Huh? I did?
Now my pride is shredded and tattered. Straw Hat. What? Did he say Straw Hat?
And this is Bartolomeo looking at Luffy talk to Bellamy. 45 minutes before the deal goes down. Caesar handoff team.
Ah! Look at that thing! That steel bridge is useless!
As a giant fighting fish. The ones that we see in the Coliseum are small compared to the ones that are on the outside of Greenbit and they go up then the ones around the bridge. It's large enough to, easily eclipse the sizes of Usopp, Robin, and company and even dent in the iron bars that are supposed to protect people on the bridge.
This steel bridge is useless!
I'd assumed that a fighting fish was actually a fish.
Isn't it?
I'd hardly call that a fish! It's no different from a sea monster, a wild beast!
Don't worry, he'll deal with it.
You're the warlord of the sea! You're the warlord of the sea! You handle it!
Nah, I can't fight right now. I can't fight now.
Here it comes! Special attack! Green Star! Now from behind us! They're going to crush us between them!
Mille fleurs, gigantesco mano!
Skull Blast Grass!
Spank!
As Usopp shoots one fighting fish in the mouth with Skull Blast Grass, and Robin slaps one fighting fish off to the side with Gigantesco Mano. See? You did just fine.
No thanks to you! Besides, look how many there are! It's a pack! We gotta run past! We can't fight them all! We can't fight off all of them!
Noseman, unlock Caesar's restraints. We need him to fight.
What? He'll just fly away and escape!
He won't be causing any mischief.
Ah, that's my heart! Oh, you're gonna die a miserable death someday! It'll be your just reward for abusing a genius scientist like me! Castile!
And Caesar, after being unchained, blasts one of the fighting fish with his, mouth laser.
Wow! That's some power! No wonder the guy's worth 300 million!
Just keep running.
Seriously, why aren't you fighting?
My powers sap my stamina the more I use them. I need to save up for the trip back. Understand me? I have to conserve all the strength I can. This is Doflamingo we're up against.
Does Law really think he can muster a fight against Joker? Whoa! Watch out!
As they get to a section of the bridge.
The bridge has collapsed ahead of us! I can barely see the far bank through the fog! The fish are coming from up ahead! We can't let them do any more damage!
But, all of a sudden, one of the flying fishes that launches towards them not only gets speared in multiple places, but a giant net covers it, and it gets stopped in its tracks.
Huh?
It stopped.
And then it gets dragged to the other side. It gets dragged to the other side of the bridge.
Okay! Pull! Got it! Today's the big battle. We gotta power up with some fighting fish stew. Yeah! Pull!
Whose voices are those?
The people who live on the island, maybe?
Wasn't it supposed to be uninhabited? Yes to nets! Shoot!
As Caesar is, using his gastonets to fend off the other fighting fish that are still around the bridge.
Hello? Who's over there? We want to cross the bridge! Huh? Humans! Hurry! We gotta scram!
And whatever is over there pulls the big giant fighting fish across into the fog.
Oh, you're going to pay for this, Law!
Just fly us to the island.
You got to be kidding me! Do you have any idea how much gas energy it takes to float 3 people? I thought a hostage had to be treated gently.
And Caesar is being forced to be a makeshift hot air balloon so that they can get across the bridge safely.
We made it. The water's full of ship remains wrecked by the fish.
Looks like we're the only ones here. The drag marks from the fish end at this spot. What happened back there?
You know, I gotta say, this is one wild-looking forest.
Uninhabited island, north of Dressrosa, Greenbit. And it looks as if Usopp is back on the Bowen Islands all over again. Because there's so many different types of plants here. Giant trees, giant mushrooms, giant spiky vines, all sorts of different plant life.
Hey, Joker, it's me! Come and get me now! So this is Greenbit. What's up with all these overgrown plants?
And it has animals who are watching them from inside the forest. That's the southeast beach, where the deal happens. We're leaving you there at 3 o'clock.
Look at the opposite shore! Isn't that a naval battleship? It's jammed right into the island! I've seen ships run aground, but not like that! How does something like that happen?
And Robin's looking around.
The damage to the plants is still fresh.
Huh?
That ship just came here recently, and the hull is less damaged than you'd think.
You mean it got through the fighting fish? It's only a matter of time before the sailors come out and
It's only a matter of time before the sailors come out and find us.
Ah! What? You mean the details of the handoff got out? I had no idea! Shh! Stop shouting, you stupid mad scientist! Hey, I'm a wanted man. Now that my boss Joker has quit the 7 warlords, there's no law to protect me. If you abandon me in shackles on an island crawling with Navy soldiers... In fact, hang on! Joker's no more than an ordinary pirate at this point!
You have a wicked look on your face.
It's sheer coincidence. How would I be able to control the Navy? As Law remembers how he told Smoker he was heading to Greenbit. See, this is the reason why you don't give away your plan to Navy if you're a pirate. I'm planning to head for Greenbit after this.
The entire deal is invalid! Call it off!
The Navy's our enemy, too. I'm working with the Straw Hat crew, remember? We've got 15 minutes. Sniper and Intel, you're my backup. We don't know who might be hiding out. He don't even call them by their names. He just calls them by their occupation. If anything's wrong in the forest, call me at once.
All right.
Wait a second! I wasn't counting on the Navy being here!
Greenbit Forest, 14 minutes to the handoff.
Robin! This place is dangerous! Wait! Don't leave my side!
Why, that's very gallant of you, Usopp.
Gah! Don't talk so loud! I'm serious! Don't leave me behind! Let's go a little bit slow.
And then Usopp stops because he slams into Robin, and they both stop because they have people talking, and it's, who's there? The Straw Hat? The Straw Hats?
Ah! They're on to us!
Hmm?
Not me! I'm Leo!
Where are you? Come out and show yourself!
It's the Navy. Who are they talking with?
It seems like they knew we were coming here.
Are you good guys or bad guys? Are you good guys or bad guys?
We're naval soldiers. We're good men who protect honest citizens.
Then give me your weapons!
And it's like, it's like a child saying this in the manga.
Then give me your weapons!
Huh? We can't give you our weapons. We're on duty. Show yourself. And then something zips at high speeds that Usopp and Robin are notice at first.
Huh? What's happening? Ah! Ah!
It's too fast to see.
Ah! Oh, dang it! We've been stripped to our skivvies! What's up with this forest?
As all the Navy men are stripped all the way down to their boxers. In lightning speed that even no one could be able to follow. And then Robin sees something, and then she uses Mire fleur! Campo de flores! And the entire floor, the entire ground erupts in multiple hands.
No! Cub!
I got one.
Help me! Cub!
Huh? What do you mean, Robin?
I think they're little people.
Huh?
And that is the end of chapter 710. Onwards to the last chapter of this volume, chapter 711, Adventure in the Land of the Little People. Caribou's New World, Volume 29. The old hag gets blasted off her feet by Scotch, who's right in front of Caribou.
What's in the bag?
Books, notes, a spare outfit, and a snail transponder.
I'm suspicious of what's under her clothes.
We're on the search.
Make sure you take away any weapons you find.
Region C is all clear.
And then Robin is moving around because she feels some people messing with her.
Region A, all clear.
Region B doesn't seem to be hiding any.
And this small person crawls out from, one of the chest areas of her dress, of her summer dress.
Huh? Ah! She's waking up! Maximum alert! The big person's awake!
And it's basically like a scene out of Gulliver's Travels. Robin is, tied to the ground, and all these little people are crawling all over her, including one that went right up her dress.
Ow! Where am I?
Don't try to escape! You better behave! I bet you're a bad big person, huh?
The Tontatas, little people, Leo the warrior, as the one in question is wearing like this spiky helmet with goggles, spiky hat with goggles, and he has like a big bushy tail and he's holding up a gun.
They're little people. Is this their kingdom?
Be on your guard, everyone.
Cub!
This big person uses sorcery.
We all know Robin's goodies. Yes, good goodies.
Giant hands sprouted from the ground like blooming flowers.
Cub!
Help me! Leaving me no time to escape.
Did you remove the sailor's clothes?
I've been spotted! Wait! Robin! Did you say little people? Tranquility!
And both Robin and Usopp got hit with something that apparently knocked them out.
They put me to sleep somehow and carried me here. I hope Usopp is all right. I think I can still use my powers, but that might complicate matters. Are we underneath Greenbit?
Yes! Underneath the greatest forest that people have ever grown!
And he's basically here's Leo speaks like Tweety Bird.
Underneath the great forest that people have grown! There's no plant in the whole wide world we can't tend. You're trespassing our land, the kingdom of Tantara! Don't bother trying to move. My so-so sorcery has you sewn straight to the ground. Anyone who sees the Tantaras can't be allowed to leave alive!
Please, forgive me. It was only curiosity that led me to act. I never meant you any harm, and I won't tell anyone that I saw you.
Liar! I won't fall for that excuse.
It's true.
Huh? Really? Okay then.
And this surprises Robin.
Well, that's the relief. I thought you were a bad guy for sure.
He's so gullible. Thank you.
Here's your glasses.
Leo, what's going on here?
Chief Tantara. Turns out she's a good guy.
That can't be true.
But she said so.
Huh? Well, okay then.
Are they all this gullible?
And this is when we see one of the rare moments where Robin actually has a face of absolute dumbfounded shock. Like, Robin has been known to have like a pretty composure and pretty well-off poker face, but now she's just absolutely shocked that all the Tantaras are incredibly gullible to the point where she's all like it's a face fault. It's what they call it in the series. This is her first face fault, official face fault.
I am Gancho, Chief Tantara, greatest in all Tantara. You don't get a chance to see a big person so close often. So close.
You don't get a chance to see a big person up close so often.
Kingdom of Tontata, Chief Tonta. Chief Tonta, King Gancho.
And then Robin is looking at her clock. Oh no, it's nearly 3 o'clock.
What's the matter?
I have to contact Law. Mr. Gancho, where's my snail trance?
Oh, we turned it wild again.
Oh dear, I'll need to find the exit then.
They literally freed a transponder snail from being a transponder and just let it be a regular transponder snail again.
Wait, if you're a good guy, you gotta give us a weapon. That's the rule. If you don't, we gotta skin all your clothes.
But I don't have a weapon.
Then we got no choice. Time to strip you down. Take it all!
Huh?
As the Tontatas launch at Robin.
You can't. Just wait.
Flapper, what's the big deal?
Oh wait, someone screams.
You can't! Just wait! Flapper, what's the big deal? That big person is the hero's partner! What? Hero? What do you mean? The other big person we caught is actually a legendary hero who came to help us! What? That's awesome! That's incredible!
What kind of story did you feed them, Usopp?
Port Town Akakia, Dressrosa. Right.
Right, I said!
Why did you
turn left?
just shut up, okay? I'm in a rush too, you know.
Mama, he's talking to himself.
Shh, don't make eye contact.
I'm in a bigger rush. If I don't make it back in time, it's all your fault.
As it shows that a Tontata is with Zoro.
Just take me back to the flower field.
All right already, just shut up.
And then we cut back to when Zoro landed on his back after getting sent flying off of a building.
Oh,
Ouchie. Oh no. I'm such a klutz. A human might see me. Gotta get away before a human sees.
Tontata, little person, reconnaissance team, Wicca.
I'm such a klutz. I'm a klutz and a clown and a clumsy elf. I knew it would happen someday.
Is this what the fairies are? More toys?
I'm not a toy. I'm Wicca, a Tontata. You gotta keep it a secret that you saw me.
Ah. What is it now?
I can't walk. I think I just sprained my ankle. I'm so stupid. Stupid!
And then Wick is pounding the ground in frustration. And she's literally breaking the ground. She's breaking the ground while she's slamming it in frustration.
Where did you get that power? You're cracking the ground.
Oh, please. You gotta take me to the captain. I mean, when you think about it, it's all your fault.
No, you stole my sword.
We're the keepers of the green here. The big people of this island call us fairies and gets us lots of stuff. I'm in a hurry. I'm on the recon team. I gotta report the Don Quixote family's locations to the captain. This is our chance. This is our big chance. I saw the family attacking the Straw Hat cruise ship. Oh, I'm such a dum-dum. I just told you everything.
Hey, was that all true? I'm in the Straw Hat crew.
Stupid me.
Stop destroying everything!
And Wicca is slamming everything so forcefully, she's actually on the path of destroying an entire building from her just slamming into the ground. These Tontatas are crazy strong.
Going after them? All of us? I gotta get back to the Sunny.
As he's thinking of Nami, Brooke, Chopper, and Momonosuke.
Wait! Take me to the flower field first. Then I'll show you the way to the coast.
Forget you, I'm going straight for the ship.
But that's the opposite way. You don't know where you're going, do you?
The moment Zoro says, don't worry, I'll go find my way there, expect to never see him ever again. Or at least at the last second. Him basically saying, don't worry, him basically saying, forget you, I'm going straight for the ship. The man can't even travel in a straight line more than 10 seconds before he's all like, I'm gonna go this way. Even though he's supposed to be traveling in a straight line, he's just running straight, and then he goes, just going in another direction. The only time he has a good sense of direction is when he's fighting somebody.
But that's the opposite way! You don't know where you're going, do you?
And then there's a stabbing pain because Zoro realizes that she's right. So you're saying Doflamingo's people have been monitoring our activity the entire time?
Yep, and we've been monitoring them!
You guys got a beef with Doflamingo too?
Yes! Ah! That's a secret!
Darn it, then it's not just the ship that's in trouble, it's everyone. I don't have a snail, so I can't send a warning. And are we getting to this flower field yet?
Climb that staircase!
And then Zoro, who's running straight towards the staircase, runs past it. This man can't follow simple instructions. Climb that staircase. Runs past the staircase. Are you stupid?
I just said climb the stairs! Do you have boogers for brains?
Shut up! Corrida Coliseum, Dressrosa. Blocks.
Block C is another roster of ruffians. The contestants are filing in one after the other, with the opening bell just moments away. Who's going to be the favorite in this block? Perhaps the trio from Kano?
Zoro's like Amos when it comes to directions. Man says he's going to Canada, but takes I-95 south. Pretty much.
Perhaps the trio from Kano?
And then Rebecca is just out looking outside the bars of Dressrosa, and a petal floats in front of her, and she holds on to it.
Wait! Monkey!
And a child is outside playing with a toy monkey. And then Rebecca, sees a wholesome moment, and she's just smiling.
What do you mean, flower field? What do you mean, flower field?
Keep moving. I'll explain when we get there. And don't let the police see you.
Aren't you supposed to be a soldier?
Toy soldier!
As Rebecca calls to the soldier.
Rebecca.
I saw the entry list in the Coliseum. You entered the fight after I told you not to.
I don't care, toy soldier. I'll fight and I'll win. And when it's over, we can live together.
And Rebecca is just crying her eyes out, saying this to the toy soldier. You won't win any tournaments shedding tears like that. Come, let's hurry.
What? You sure? She's crying, man.
Which is why we must hurry. Even a toy must protect that which is dear to it. Even if these 10 eyes can no longer shed tears of their own. And then Rebecca just falls to her knees holding onto her sword, and Frankie is just silently listening to the toy soldier. Southeast Beach of Greenbit. Time left until Caesar's handoff. Just 2 minutes. Gotcha.
Hey, Law, this is Sanji.
Blackleg, have you found the factory?
We've got bigger problems. Listen, you need to evacuate pronto.
What are you talking about? We're about to hand over Caesar.
Doflamingo never quit the 7 warlords.
There's nothing we're getting for handing over Caesar. The whole thing's a setup. I don't understand your logic. What do you mean?
I'll explain later. Just get the heck off that island.
As we hear the laugh of Doflamingo as he flies to Greenbit. And then we also get Fujitora, who walks in with a squad of Navy soldiers.
Send all units to the Southeast Beach. Now!
Dang it, it's too late for that. To be continued in One Piece Volume 72. Oh, things are about to get good. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of Volume 71. Join me again on Monday early, because Monday is also going to be the final day of July, and that's when I do my One Piece reflections. Join me Monday as we continue with Volume 72. Oh, I cannot wait for the next volume. Dressrosa is finally and fully underway, ladies and gentlemen, and we haven't even scratched the tip of the iceberg for this arc. It's about to get good on Monday. I have nothing else to do today except react to the latest episode of One Piece. I think it's dropping later this evening, later tonight. So I'm just going to relax a little bit and prepare for everything else that I got for you guys the upcoming week. But I'm done. All I can say to everyone here is, firstly, thank you for all that you do for me. You being here is a blessing, because you guys don't know. I mean, you guys know how I am. Whether I have one person here, 10 people, or 100 people, I'm still going to give 100% regardless. But to have you all here, you guys energize me in ways that make me give my 110% whenever I do what I do. It is an immense honor and privilege to do what I do, not only for myself, because this is one of the things I wake up for, but also for you, because you guys enjoy what I do. So thank you for what you do for me. All I could say at the end of the day is, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you enjoyed what you saw here today, then please, because it helps the channel, like, subscribe, and share this stream with everyone you know, because the more the merrier. And because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples!